One of the greatest tragedies of Brexit is the fact that millions of people voted against their own interests. Yes, many people voted against other people's interests. Older people voted to end freedom of movement for younger people. Richer people voted to stop EU funding for deprived areas. I don't know if Brexit makes me more sad or more angry. Now comes the news that traditional Labour voters who handed Boris Johnson an 80-seat majority back in December 2019, the ones from the so-called Red Wall, the ones who voted for Brexit in 2016 and then voted for Boris Johnson in 2019 because of his Dominic Cummings focus group Get Brexit Done slogan. Well, these people are looking at being about £1,000 a year worse off. This is according to the Resolution Foundation think tank. 1 in 3 working class families in the so-called Red Wall constituencies will be £1,000 a year worse off if the government's plan to cut universal credit benefit goes ahead. They contrasted the percentage of working class families affected in non-Red Wall Conservative seats, which was 24%. While you are 50% more likely to lose out in a Red Wall region than, for example, the southeast of England, the analysis said. So this cut, which will affect up to 6 million households all over the UK, will come in the form of a £20 reduction in the basic allowances for people on universal credit and tax credits. The think tank estimates about 700,000 households will be pushed into poverty, this coming at a time when unemployment is rising. Earlier this year, the Chancellor Rishi Sunak introduced a temporary £20 a week boost for some low-income families in order to help them cope with the extra costs of the pandemic. However, this is expected to be removed next April. Now, government ministers haven't said if they're going to maintain it or not. If this goes ahead, it will reduce the societal safety net to a level not seen since 1991. Many hundreds of thousands of people are already suffering a cut in their income due to the pandemic and furlough, which is due to be cut as well at the end of this month. This will mean more and more people will not just face unemployment, but also the disaster of universal credit, which they will then see also cut. So what is the government's response so far to this issue? Well, when Boris Johnson was asked about it, or when the Minister for Work and Pensions was questioned, their response was always the same. We're working hard to get people back into jobs via, and then you fill in the blank, work scheme. Many millions of people who are breadwinners for their households are facing the end of furlough in October. They then risk being thrown into universal credit, which has been proven to be an abject failure since its conception by Ian Duncan Smith. The pandemic is still raging and the Chancellor is acting as if the storm has passed. Those who lent their vote to Boris Johnson will get to see how much the Prime Minister truly cares about people who are not named Boris Johnson. These people mean nothing to him, and he will throw them under a bus like he has done most people who have trusted in him. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. You ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?